Hey there, and welcome to the channel that takes out the fluff and gives you quick, compact, straight to the point lessons to get you back to working on your craft ASAP. I'm Brett, your host, and you're watching Learn That. Today, I'll be teaching you 7 of the most important guitar chords you need to learn first. Before we begin, if you haven't checked out my video teaching you your first beginner guitar lesson, as well as my video teaching 6 mistakes every beginner needs to avoid, I would suggest checking those out in the links below and then coming back to this video. All right, let's get started. So the 7 most important guitar chords to learn first are the C major chord, the A major chord, D major chord, E major chord, the G major chord, and then the A minor chord and the E minor chord. So we have 2 minor chords in there. So let's start with the C major chord. Just as a reminder, our fingers and strings are numbered, which don't have to be memorized right away, but are important for understanding how to play chords. Our fingers are numbered from 1 to 4, being 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the strings are numbered from top to bottom 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The strings also have their own designated notes, which are E, A, D, G, B, and E, which can be remembered with the acronym Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. So let's learn our C chord. So for the C chord, we're going to have our 1 on the 2, which is the B, first fret, our 2 on the 4, which is our D, second fret, and our 3, which is the ring finger, on the 5, which is the A, on the 3rd fret. We're also going to mute the low E, which is the 6th string, over here with the thumb to keep it from playing, and that's our C chord. Next, we've got the A major chord. Now, before we learn this one, if all of the letters and numbers are getting a bit confusing, don't worry about it right now. Just try to copy what I'm doing with my hand. So for the A chord, we're going to start with the 1 on the 4, which is the D string, 2nd fret, the 2 on the 3, which is the G string, 2nd fret as well, and then the 3 on the 2, which is the B string, also 2nd fret. So all 3 of these are on the 2nd fret. And just like the C, we are also going to mute the low E string with the thumb. Now, number 3 is the D major chord. So for the D chord, we're going to start with the 1 on the 3, which is the G string, 2nd fret, then the 2 on the 1, the E string, 2nd fret as well, and then the 3 on the 2, which is the B string, 3rd fret. We're also going to mute with that thumb the low E string. Number 4 is the E major chord. For E major, we're going to start with the 1 on the 3, which is the G string, 1st fret. Then we have the 2 on the 5, which is the A string, 2nd fret. And then the 3 on the 4, which is the D, 2nd fret right there. We're also not going to mute the low E string with the thumb. We're going to let that play out. Now we've got the last major chord, which is the G major chord. Now the G chord is the only one out of the 7 that uses all 4 fingers, and for this one we're actually going to reverse the process and start with the 4, or the pinky finger, and go up from there. So first we got the 4 on the 1, which is the high E string on the 3rd fret. Then we've got the 3 on the 2, or B string, 3rd fret as well. Then the 2 on the 6, also 3rd fret, low E string. Then we've got lastly the 1 on the 5, which is on the 2nd fret. You can also play this like that and take out the pinky finger, which is the way I prefer to play it. Now for our first minor chord, we have the A minor chord. For A minor, we're going to start with the 1 on the 2, or B string, 1st fret. Then we have the 2 on the 4, or D string, 2nd fret. Then we have the 3, or ring finger, on the 3, G string, 2nd fret as well. And then we're going to mute with the thumb, just like those beginning chords. Lastly, we have the E minor chord. Now we save the best for last with the E minor because it is the easiest one. So we're going to start with the 2 on the 5, that A string, 2nd fret. Then we've got the 3 on the 4, or that D string, 2nd fret, and that's it. And there's E minor. All right, there you have it. Those are 7 of the most important and frankly easiest guitar chords to learn first. Check out the list of songs below you can play with those chords, practice them, and check out other videos on our channel to learn how to sound like a pro. As always, thanks for joining me and learn that. And remember, the more you learn it, the more you enjoy it. So please consider subscribing and building your craft with us. See ya.